Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode, which is part of our greatest hits series where we revisit our most popular videos and either just reissue them or refilm them if we need to change the camera angle. This one is a refilm. Our usual shout out of appreciation to our patrons. We definitely appreciate all those tips and support. Just going to go towards making the channel better. I hope you guys are enjoying those exclusive videos we're putting out for you guys every single week. If you're not a member and you're curious, go ahead and check the description down below. If anybody has any strategies, questions, anything they would like us to film or answer for them, be it related to craps or blackjack, baccarat, payout, anything casino or Vegas related, just email us at sincityliving@gmail.com. Okay, so what is it that we are revisiting? We are revisiting our direct lays. Direct lays turn out to be one of the more popular videos that we put up in our early days, and I think it's for a couple of reasons. One is it's somewhat confusing for the average player. Most players don't know about direct lays. They aren't aware that they're able to do it, or when they do start learning about it, they don't fully understand how it works. So there's a little bit of an entry barrier there for people. After the first couple times they try and bet it and the dealers are throwing money back at them, making them drop money down, or just confusing them, they tend to stop betting it. So I want to go ahead and demystify the direct lay for everybody, explain exactly how it works, what it is, why you may or may not want to bet it, and when you may or may not want to bet it. So, what is a direct lay? Well, we do know that you can always do a don't pass bet as long as the point is off, and that is betting against the next number, against the next roll of the dice. But what about when there is already a point? Well, when there's already a point, you can of course do your don't come, which is betting against the next number as well. So it's like starting a brand new game. But what if you want to pick your number? If you want to pick your number that you want to bet against, you can certainly do it, but there's going to be a house edge built in. You can even do it when the point is off. You can really do it at any time where you're betting against a number. Keep in mind though, if you bet against a number and it rolls, you're going to lose your entire bet. Now, before I go into how they work, I want to talk a little bit about each individual number, or at least the sister groups, and why people will bet against certain numbers and not against others. So with the 6 and 8, they have the highest probability of rolling. A 7 is still more likely to roll than either one of these. So if you do a direct lay, if you get behind the number, the odds favor you. You're going to win more often than you lose, but you're going to lose at a higher rate with these numbers than you will off any of the other numbers. A 6 has 5 ways of rolling. An 8 has 5 ways of rolling. A 7 has 6 ways of rolling. So you are a 6-5 favorite. It's a pretty slim margin. The 5 and 9. With the 5 and 9, there are 4 ways for either one of them to roll, 6 ways for the 7 to roll. So you're a 3-2 favorite. That's not terrible. So a lot of people will bet on the 5 and 9 because of the payouts. Not a lot of people bet the 6 and 8, but I do know some people that are die-hard betting on the 6 and 8 because of the way the payouts work. 4 and 10, 3 ways for either one of those to roll, 6 ways for 7 to roll, so you're a 2-1 favorite. The 4 and 10 are the most common numbers to be bet on a direct lay, but there's some caveats to that. Now the first thing I want to say is that a lot of people will say don't pass, don't come, or direct lays are betting with the casino. That is a bunch of baloney. If there was any bet that bet with the casino, it wouldn't exist. It wouldn't be on the table. The casino doesn't care which side you bet on, the don't pass or the pass. They don't care as long as you bet. There's a house edge on either side. The casino is going to make their money regardless of which side you're betting on. Saying that someone that bets the don't pass or a direct lay or bets the don't come is betting with the casino is like saying that somebody plays black on roulette is betting with the casino just because everyone else is betting red. It doesn't work that way. If the bet is on the table, the house wants you to bet it. They don't care which side of the table, which side of the dice you're betting on, as long as you bet. Okay, there is a house edge. Now, what is a direct lay? Well, a direct lay is betting the odds, which is called a lay, It's betting the odds and the odds only. The downside of a direct lay is you lose your ability to have an even money flat bet. When you come through the don't come, or if you have a don't pass, your flat bet pays even money once the 7 rolls, which is outstanding. That's some great payouts when it comes to the don't, because again, the odds favor you. Then once you have, say you do a don't pass and the number is say 9, now you can go ahead and do your lay, which is the exact opposite of odds, right? It's called a lay. And now with a lay, you're betting more to win less, because just like with odds on a pass line bet or with a come bet, a lay on a don't pass or don't come is true odds. There's no house edge built into it. So since the dice favor you at this point, your odds are going to, or your lay rather, is going to pay less. Now, we get back into wanting to pick your number. You can do what's called a direct lay, which is you go directly behind a number. You pick your number and go behind it. Now you have no flat bet. All you can do is the lay itself. So you have to bet more to win less. Now we mentioned that lays are true odds. There's no house edge. So if there's no house edge, where's the house making their money? Because again, you're not betting with the house. Where's the house making their money? They're making their money on the vig. Because again, this is true odds. So you're going to win and you're going to lose over the course of time. It's going to be an even money proposition as far as the casino is concerned. For instance, on the 6 and 8, if you were direct lay the 6 and 8 every single shooter, you would win 6 times and lose 5 times on average. Over time, it would smooth out to where it would just zero itself out, because the payout would be 5 to 6. So it would just smooth itself out. So again, where's the casino making their money? On the vig. So if you decide you want to do a direct lay, and let's say you want to go behind the 10, you want to lay the 10, and you want to lay the 10 for, let's say, $40. Okay, so you say you want to do a $40 no 10. That's the verbiage you would use. $40 no 10. So you would come behind the number. We will put a lay button on it. That signifies that is not a flat bet. That is a lay being paid odds. And then you would have to throw in $1, because there's a 5% commission. That is where the house is making their money. They keep that. If you win, you get paid $20 on your $40 bet. If you lose, the house keeps your $40, plus they keep that 5% commission. Now, 5% commission, the commission is based upon what you're getting paid, not what the bet is. One interesting thing with commission and vig when it comes to dice is that the vig is always based off the lowest amount. So between the bet or the payout, which is lower, the payout. So the vig is going to be based upon the payout. If you were doing a buy on one of the other number, on a 4 or 10 or really any number, which is going to be smaller, the payout or the bet, well then the bet is smaller, so the vig is based off the bet. So the vig is always based off the smallest amount. In this case, it's the payout when you're on direct lays. So with direct lays, since you are betting against the number and you're doing lays, or the true odds, they have to be proper. And now, I teach dealers how to pay improper bets, but that's only when people chunk a bet real fast down onto the layout while the dice are out and they don't have time to check it. And some casinos are going to break it down, make it proper, and give you the change. Right? They expect that if you're playing this bet, you know how to play it. So you want to make sure that bets are proper. So how do you have a proper lay? Well, with the 4 and 10, it's pretty easy. It just needs to be even, because again, the odds are 2 to 1, so it pays 1 to 2. It pays 1 for every 2 you bet, so you need to bet in sets of 2. With the 5 and 9, it pays 2 to 3, 2 for every 3 you bet. So therefore, the 5 and 9, your lay must be divisible by 3. With the 6 and 8, every 6 pays you 5. It pays 5 to 6. So therefore, every bet must be divisible by 6. Now, I usually recommend to people to bet in units of 30. 30, 60, 90, because that is proper on every number. That way you don't have to worry about the math as far as is that proper or not. Just do a $30 direct lay, a $60 direct lay, a $90 direct lay, and you are proper on everything. Now, when should and shouldn't you do a direct lay? Well, you should do a direct lay anytime you feel like it. It's a valid bet. there's a house edge, again, 5% house edge. But why would you want to do it? Well, some people, especially when the table is cold or has a lot of 7-outs coming, they like to do direct lays. Also, there's a lot of people that will do direct lays on the come-out roll and the come-out roll only, and then take their direct lay down after there is a point established. So most of the time, those people do direct lays on the 4 and 10, occasionally on the 5 and 9, but for the most part, the 4 and 10. And one thing, if you do a direct lay and then you say, take my bet down, you will get your VIG back. If a decision has not been made, win or lose, you will get the VIG back as well. So if you did a $41 no 10, $40 lay plus a $1 VIG, and you said take it down and you want it back, you would get your $41 back. Now, if you have a smaller bankroll, I generally recommend that people do direct lays on the 6 and 8 if they're going to do direct lays. Yes, your odds of winning are lower, your odds of losing are higher. You still are favored, however. But the thing is, at this point, you get paid so much more. If we do in those units of 30 I was talking about, 30 would pay you 25 on either one of these. Right? So if you have a small bankroll and you're trying to build back up and you just want to do 1 or 2 direct lays and you're going to take a chance on them, I would do the 6 and 8 because you get paid the most. You're only going to get paid half on the 4 and 10. A lot of people like to do the 4 and 10, but I see people that are almost broke and they throw $20 down on a $10 minimum bet table and say, I want to do a no 10 for 20 bucks. Like, okay, you're $21 to win 10 bucks. I mean, it's going to take a while to grind your way back to a decent bankroll that you can use. And that's one thing, by the way. Whatever the table minimum is, that's the minimum amount that you are allowed to win. So your direct lay needs to be at least that much. If you're on a $15 minimum bet table, you can't do a $15 direct lay or $20 direct lay. You have to do at least 30 because 30 would pay you 15. On the 5 and 9, you would have to do $24 direct lay because that would pay you 16. That's the lowest proper that exceeds the minimum bet when it comes to the payout. And for the 6 and 8, you would have to do a direct lay of at least $18 just to get paid your 15. So that is the direct lay and how the direct lay works and whether or not you may or may not wish to do it. Hope you guys find this interesting. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Bye now.